Before putting your boat up for winter storage, it's very important to change the engine oil and the oil filter. Because what we don't want to do is leave used oil in the engine over the winter storage. This could be up to 3 to 4 months. The problem with that is the oil has harmful acids, moisture, and contamination from the engine running. All the contaminants in the used oil will actually start pitting away at the engine's parts. So this is something we don't want to do. So before we get started, one thing we must do is make sure we have an adequate water supply to the engine, because we're going to start the engine and warm it up a little bit first. Because what this does is it allows the contaminants to get in the oil and stay suspended for when we change the oil. As you can see, on stern drives or inboard applications, it can be quite a challenge to get to the oil drain plug to change the oil, get it in the pan, and get it back out without making a big mess. So Sierra International has created a couple tools to help us make our oil change a lot less messy and a lot easier. First, we have an extension kit. This allows you to attach this rubber hose to the oil drain pan and extend it out to the side to make it easier to get to for draining your oil and keeping it in the oil pan, and therefore minimizes the messes. Ultimately though, what we have is an oil extractor. This oil extractor is unique in the fact that once the engine's warmed, we can go right down through the dipstick tube and evacuate all the oil. What's unique about that is now you have your messy oil contained right in this container. Therefore, no mess, no spills. Makes life a lot easier. Now that our oil is all drained out, what we want to do is remove the filter and reinstall a new filter. Tech tip here is to make sure you put clean oil on the filter's gasket before installing. This will help seat the oil filter. Then from there, we want to read the manual and make sure we're putting the proper amount of oil and the proper weight of oil. Sierra International offers a full range of oil for inboard and stern drive applications. We cover straight 30 weight through 25W40 and other various applications. One of the things that's unique to a marine engine is the oil that you actually use. It's not like the automobile. Remember, the marine environment, we're sitting in a lot of corrosion. Sitting on the water brings a lot of moisture inside the engine. Also, the marine engine runs under a different RPM range to where extreme loads are put on the engine. So for that, we definitely want to recommend marine grade products. Our oils are NMMA certified to the FCW certifications. This holds true for all the 4-stroke marine applications. Now that we have our oil changed with the new oil back in the engine, again, we want to make sure we have an adequate water supply to the engine. Start the engine back up, let it run just for a little bit to warm up. From there, shut the engine back off and go back in and make sure and check for leaks, especially around the oil filter.